Good evening and welcome to the Business Day. I'm Andrea Chisholm. Oil prices rose above $100 per barrel for the first time since 2014, but prices eased by the end of the session. The increase was prompted by Russia's attack on Ukraine, which heightened concerns about disruptions to the global energy supply. Brent crude rose $2.24 to settle at $99.08 a barrel after touching a high of $105.79. U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude rose 71 cents to settle at $92.81 a barrel. High oil prices could have a negative impact on the Jamaican economy. And Morgan Stanley Capital International reports that world markets fell due to jitters caused by the invasion. The index fell by roughly 1.18% after earlier touching its lowest level since March 2021. The U.S. Dow Jones Industrial Average fell 238 points. And locally, of the 100 stocks listed, 57 declined today. The main market lost 1,577 points, while the junior market declined by 18 points. Among the 32 advancers, Cygnus Real Estate Finance US dollar shares, PBS US dollar shares, Salada Foods, Lasco Distributors, and Cargo Handlers. On the losing side were Blue Power Group, KLE Group, Community and Workers of Jamaica, 138 Student Living Jamaica Variable Shares, and Siboney Group. The Consumer Affairs Commission has paid out more money to consumers for the 2021-2022 fiscal year up to January. The entity's CEO gave an update this morning at a joint press briefing with the Fair Trade Commission. The issue of the CAC's merger with the FTC was also addressed. Here's Javon Keys.
More money was paid out to Jamaicans by the Consumer Affairs Commission CAC for the period April last year to January 2022.
We have collected, on behalf of all those persons who lodged complaint to us, $23.3 million year to date. And this includes the $7.6 million that we would have been awarded from the tribunal. So if you take out the $7.6 million, our compensation for this year to date is $15.7 million. Compared to what was happening last year at this time, we have seen significant improvement in terms of compensation to aggrieved consumers, because last year this time we were basically about $12 million.
CEO of the CAC, Dulcie Allen, says the complaints resolution rate at that point was above 50%.
Year to date, we have handled 1,431 complaints, and we have resolved 911. Now, this is just about a 64% resolution rate. Compared to what was happening last year this time, we are basically along the same path in terms of numbers of complaints and also in terms of our resolution rate.
More complaints came from issues surrounding appliances. Ms. Allen also says the CAC is ramping up its surveillance of various sectors to monitor price increases, including the banking industry. Meanwhile, head of the Fair Trade Commission, David Miller, says the entity will be taking a closer look at competition in the energy sector.
Our examination of the Electricity Act concluded that although there are no competition concerns with the Act itself, areas within the all-island electricity license granted to the Jamaica Public Service Company may raise competition concerns, and therefore we will be examining the license in the upcoming financial year.
Meanwhile, Minister of Industry Aubin Hill says the CAC-FTC merger must be completed in 6 months. The entities hope to move into the same building and overcome regulatory hurdles this year to do that. For the Business Day, I'm Javon Keys.
Banks and cambios are selling the U.S. currency for an average of $155.93. $122.87 is the going rate for the Canadian dollar and $210.71 for the pound. The euro is trading at $178.27. And that's it for the Business Day. I'm Andrea Chisholm. Good evening.